And all of the T1 Challenger players are here as well. Very, very cool stuff, making sure that they're hanging out. Smash on the left.
Well, T1 get to pick now, so let's just focus on that.
Yeah. And it's going to be a Hui.
I mean, last time Faker played... Okay, you know, we would talk a little bit about... Is Faker going to get the POGs? You know, what would have to happen? Are the team going to set him up? His last Hui performance, he got the POG, and he honestly just kind of steamrolled the entire game.
So there we go. He's after Chovy. See whether he can actually equalize those points. Side of LOL Park right now, and we have headsets on, and I was still in a bit of trouble. Speaking of trouble, Sponge down to 300 health as Faker's painting some auto attacks his way.
You know,
purely that play is now. Gumayusi's going to cleanse here as a bit of a battle is going on.
Just TP'd in.
Yeah. A little bit of a worry. That was a really nice smite there from Sponge, able to actually take away this bub from a Rel. Pretty important. Ona will be able to get one for himself, so it's not the end of the world, but he is tanking this, and Faker is going to have to come on over here, does have the ulti, not going to find it. And top lane prio is going to be there as well. As we can see here, they're having a little bit of a look in, as Rascal is slicing and dicing, gets on in there, as now Zeus going to have to run, does have to use the Ghost. Sponge coming on over to help DRX out as Ona thinking about finding an opportunity, and there is a fantastic Magnet Storm into a double bubble from Carrier. Gumayusi now dashing in, Teddy explodes as Faker's ultimate goes off. And that is first blood for the Lucian, and 9 minutes into the game, 3.5 on the next Dragon. As Ona's coming up towards his top side now. This guy's sort of everywhere this game as Rascal does throw down the Dominus, but he's still losing so much of his health bar. Crash down comes on in alongside the Magnet Storm as Rascal does have the ability to slice his way out. So Carrier coming down just to make sure that that is definitely a fact. Moving on in here as Bubble is going to connect. Featherstorm is going to be used in response as Carrier was tanking up that turret. He's going to be the lead here as now Sponge looking for Faker. He's just going to wander northward, but Yehu is going to be able to find that angle. There is a twisted advance in, and the explosive charge is going to be enough. Yehu locks that one down, so there's the first kill for DRX. As Rascal closing the distance onto Zeus as well, who finds himself a gold cup, but still will be culled. Don't know whether
I'd forgotten about that, the illegal static shift.
Yeah, as Yehu is going to carry this ultimate underneath the turret. Good flash to get out of the Magnet Storm. Very nicely done there by the Tristana player. What a just another fact to be thrown out.
I mean, I think we get it, right?
Yeah, he's very, very strong. And now he's going to demonstrate that by throwing this culling into Sponge. Not exactly the primary target, as Faker landing a lot of damage here. The interruption not going to be available.
Guma moves towards Dragon, they get that.
That's the sole point. Just for nothing there as Grand Entrance comes in. Good battle dance from Fleta. Get himself out of the way of the tidal wave, but still, they succeed.
But it's difficult to really follow up and...
Oh dear. Oh dear. Okay, well, Teddy is just going to charge the turret. Let's see how he's going to do. As there's a Featherstorm, that gets him up there as Ona was kind of baited into this one. He will go down as the first kill, but Sponge is traded off as well. Destiny's going to come forward, and Rascal, yeah, he is just dead. It's a double kill for the Twisted Fate as Zeus. Not finished just yet. He could see some low health bars. Fleta's moving in. They do spot the fact that the Tristana is down here. Is now Faker. Not going to find too much. Ulti is going to be thrown over as Yehu just dives on in. There's the flash forward. Quickness comes down, and Faker is just going to be eliminated.
You know, essentially with the Twisted Fate there, they have 2 early carries, so it is going down fairly quickly.
Extremely quickly. For 21.5 minutes, kind of ludicrous, but now Sponge is making his way forward. Tidal Wave is going to get a lot of value as the Featherstorm comes out, and now the Magnet Storm is going to catch Teddy, and he is just obliterated. Gumayusi so much damage as he's dashing after the Renekton as well. They kept the Baron leashed, and they're going to look for that one now as T1. The foot is never coming off the gas this game.
Yep, and the thing is, I actually like the play DRX went on the bot side.
Oh, you got to try and get something, but oh my god, okay.
The Tristana having TP, and then when you make this play, they can TP up to the Baron, and it's a 4v4.
Yeah.
And you're still able to actually contest it. Problem is, you know, this play goes pretty well for them. The jump from Yehu was a little bit off, but regardless, they get the kill. But now there's 2 members on the bot side. Neither of them have teleport available. It's a 3v4 on the top side, and you're already at a deficit. And we'll see here, Carrier very defensive with this flash, but the ult from Carrier forces the Featherstorm, and then Rel just has free reign.
Yeah, it's just so comfortable for Ona. to get in there, lock them all down, and Gumayusi already as item number 3 at 22 minutes.
Interesting, we often see like...
Okay, ulti gonna connect onto Sponge here. The Unending Despair is named pretty well here for DRX right now, but Sponge is gonna be able to keep himself alive even. And he's taking a lot of damage.
Yeah, running low.
Faker wasn't even on the screen. It's so unfair. Is now reacted. Oh my god, Rascal taking so much damage. Does get a decent amount of health back with the Call the Meek, but he is still really dead. And Kerry now chasing after Faker, who's running real quick. Nature grasping at T1, but Faker is just going to say, no, thank you, Mr. Tree. And Sponge is going to join his Crocodile. Now a couple of 80 carries and a Rakan is all that's left of DRX to try and help this one. Shattering Strike onto Pleta, but... They needed to make all of those decisions far earlier on if they really wanted to stand any sort of a chance, as Sponge going to at least be here to try and contest this Soul. As Pleta doesn't land onto Gumayusi, he doesn't even need to use the flash, just Relentless Pursuit necessary to get himself out of the way, as Faker going to connect some damage onto Sponge. Good twisted advance to avoid the Light Slinger from Gumayusi. And T1, they will regain control around this dragon. Control ward in the pit though, for DRX. There is at least that, as Zeus is just splitting. So this could be Soul no, it's not. So the Soul is, okay, never mind. Still up and available. I thought the Dragon's health bar was going down very low, but that was a control ward, so
okay, so Rascal's actually come back here, but I think he loses that 1v1 pretty hard.
Yeah, it's a little bit of a worry here, as Faker is going to be pushed back into DRX. He will be taken down first off, as Pleta somehow survives, but Sponge not going to be so lucky. And yeah, that 1v1 like you were talking about, the Twist Fate's going to take that, as Bubble going to be avoided, but that is Featherstorm now on cooldown for Teddy. He has to be very, very careful, as Yahoo diving forward, trying to find Gumayusi, who is just going to flash his way out. The Destiny going to be utilized, as back in base, they're trying to defend against this Twisted Fate, and Yahoo, he's going to be put into the bubble prison. Owner is going to take the Soul. Pleta will die, as these cards do find him, and he will take down the Nexus. T1, an absolute flattening of DRX in game number 1.
이거 쳐. 맘 편해. 어차피 레넥일 때, 트페일 때 이겨줘. 이거. 싸워줘.
터지긴 했는데 괜찮은 듯?
트리 점프만 조심. 이거 시간만 뻐기면 돼. 나 이거 미드 뚫었다. 뒷목 가게만 하면 돼. 해봐. 이거 한 명만 쳐. 떴다.
알리지 말고.
라칸 직간 거 같으면 돼. 라칸만 직갔어.
좋다, 이 빠져.
묶어줄게. 붙어봐. 그 집 끊어봐, 최대한. 집을 끊었어. 얘 신목 가. 아무도 못 가.
버프 되나? 2, 3초.
자연 노플.
다 잡긴 했다.
끝난 듯?
나이스.
말이 안 돼.